Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to see you all. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Boy, they have started up these ICE raids in Chicago, and I mean, they're not nice to these people at all. They seem like they done got rougher. So that's what we're gonna take the time to watch. These are more updated videos that were done like in the last few days to a week. So they're fairly recent. They're still training ICE agents, and I don't know when they're gonna have all the new ones out on the streets, but I would imagine it will be real soon. So, they're stepping up. It should be much bigger than what we have seen before. So, y'all, I'm going to share my screen so we can get started. And by the way, the shampoo, elixir, and spray bundle is still on sale. I still got plenty left. So if anybody want to take advantage of the 20% off, it's still available. Still available. Now, I am probably sometime in October, because somebody was asking me about the butter. I will put the butter on sale, especially now that we're past the heat wave. This is a perfect time to do it. So more than likely, I'm going to do it in October. I'll have a 1 week butter sale, and maybe I'll take 25% off. And, so those of you that want to stock up on it, you'll be able to do it. So let's get started. Yep. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. All praises to the Most High Yah. I got a notification of this white Christian singer that died in a plane crash. Brett James, I never heard of him. Apparently, he had a song out called Jesus Take the Wheel, and he died in a plane crash. He looks like one of those white evangelists, you know. Uh, yeah, look, some white dude. Is it me, or does it seem like a lot of these Christians are sure getting a lot of judgment on them? All right, y'all, let's get started. All right.
Today, the Department of Homeland Security announced Operation Midway Blitz. This is a massive surge in immigration law enforcement across the streets of Chicago. My name's Dylan Blaha, and I'm a U.S. Army and National Guard veteran. President Trump continues to stoke the fears of his supporters while lying about crime statistics. This is not about fighting crime. This is a power grab. This is not normal. This is an attempt to scare Illinoisans into submission. But we will not submit to Donald Trump. He's threatened the city of Chicago for weeks now, and in response, activists and protesters have flooded the streets. Now, the attacks on Chicago's immigrant populations will expand. ICE secured an office at Great Lakes Naval Base in Chicago to use as an operations hub for an unknown amount of time. Many Chicagoans already spotted ICE vehicles around town, and their presence will only grow. If you run into ICE, please record and photograph everything you can. Thus far, there's been no mention of using the National Guard. However, Texas National Guard members are already at Great Lakes Naval Base. I ask all military members to take a stand. The military is not a law enforcement force, and it is your duty to disobey any future illegal orders. As for me, I stand with the people. If you want to hurt our communities, you have to go through me.
Migration. Watch out.
while whistleblowers are taking to the streets in some Chicago neighborhoods, community leaders are actually urging residents to blow the whistle on ICE.
Again, in our community, I think people can see that we clearly are on our own, right? The governor has really neglected anybody outside of Chicago that are really fending on their own as we speak. So it was very important that people know, well, how do we protect each other? How we keep us safe in this moment? And in a time like this, it's not a time to be afraid. It's not a time to show fear or be silent. We are being attacked. Our families are being torn apart.
This as federal agents and officers are ramping up their arrests under Operation Midway Blitz. We know that more than 250 individuals have already been arrested since this operation began last week. Now, business in neighborhoods like Little Village and Brighton Park has dropped sharply as fears of immigration raids spread.
There's definitely been a decrease in foot traffic, in participation in local events.
ICE has been around. This is not the first time Chicago has to deal with the Trump administration, right? We've been preparing. I want to say, if anything, we're the most prepared now, right? We have to tweak things here and there, but this is nothing new to us. It's just at a different level and a different, definitely at more aggressive for sure.
At weekly rallies, thousands of whistles were actually being handed out. Residents sounding the alarm when they spot ICE, sometimes stopping arrests in progress. Federal officials are warning that this could put agents and officers at risk.
I think the extremists are more afraid of us coming in, the folks that choose illegal aliens over American citizens and over legal immigrants. The citizens that I talk to, especially those inner city residents that have been marginalized, gentrified, and moved on by this massive influx of illegal aliens, people that shouldn't be here, people that are moving American citizens out of their own communities. Those are the folks that are heralding ICE, Border Patrol, and those allied law enforcement agencies coming into these cities because they know what's at stake.
Now, when it comes to Operation Midway Blitz, these crews do plan to be here until the job is done. We expect this operation to last for weeks. So in the meantime, both sides are bracing for what comes next. Allie Bradley, News Nation.
Immigrant advocates say they are worried about the tactics that ICE is using during their operations. Today, volunteers canvassed the city's northwest side and also passed out Know Your Rights flyers to keep people informed. Immigrant advocates say they are concerned about the uptick in immigration enforcement they are seeing across the Chicagoland area.
It has been a heartbreaking week in the northwest side. On Tuesday, September 16th, 5 members of our community were detained as they traveled to work. And yesterday morning, Wednesday, September 17th, we experienced widespread ICE presence occupying our neighborhoods.
Today, elected leaders and immigrant advocates gathered across the Home Depot along Normandy and Grand Avenue, where they say one day laborer was taken into custody this week.
Here at this Home Depot, we received a video of a Hispanic man, roughly in their 40s, getting detained by 2 agents. We have not been able to fully connect with the family or identify where he's currently located.
Organizers also sharing this cell phone video with ABC7. The footage was taken this morning as volunteers say they were inside their car filming ICE activity near Costner and Grand. Immigrant advocates say they worry about the tactics agents are using. The Trump administration reiterating that they are going after criminals during their operations. Over in Naperville, a homeowner says his neighbors reported seeing what they believe were ICE agents this week. Bobby Fisher says his roof was being worked on when neighbors alerted him that 5 workers were taken into custody. Fisher says he wasn't home at the time and is now trying to make sense of what unfolded. Fisher says the owner of the company told him all of the detained workers are documented.
My neighbors witnessed 2 agents chasing one guy down the street in a residential area, guns drawn. A roofer running for his life.
Back here at the Home Depot along Grand Avenue, the parking lot and corner remained pretty empty today. We are told that many day laborers are scared to return due to ongoing immigration enforcement.
All right, well, stay safe.
ICE agents gathered in a parking lot in the early morning. Their plan was to arrest 2 men who they say are in the U.S. illegally and have serious criminal histories. At the first location, they discovered their target was not living there. During the second attempted arrest, no one opened the door. Police. Marcus Charles leads ICE's deportation branch.
The community leaders in Chicago in these sanctuary areas have been giving information to these illegal aliens, telling them not to answer the door.
Charles would not say how many federal agents are involved in the Chicago immigration operation. He stressed his agents are going after criminals, not day laborers.
You're not targeting Home Depots?
No, we're not targeting Home Depots.
Today, there were protests outside an ICE facility near Chicago, following Friday's fatal shooting of Silverio Villegas Gonzalez. Officials say Villegas Gonzalez tried to evade arrest, injuring an officer. ICE says Villegas Gonzalez was in the U.S. illegally and had a history of reckless driving.
This is a test of our justice system. Will ICE follow the law, or will they keep operating like a secret political police?
Tension between protesters and Homeland Security agents escalated Friday. Chicago area minister Quincy Worthington is calling on all sides to de-escalate.
It feels like the tensions right now are really high.
Yeah, I think they're extremely high. And I from my perspective, I feel like that's a result of dehumanizing our opponents.
He says dialogue is needed now more than ever.
What the fuck, man?
You see what they on with me, folks? I'm not on none of that. Look, we not on none of that. Bro, what is y'all on, folks? Y'all harassing people, gang. Look, folks, what is it? Look, what is it?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been trying to get the message out about the ICE raids in Chicago called Operation Midway Blitz. Yesterday, they were in Elgin. They picked up somebody on a campus. They also waited for roofers to end their jobs in order to go after them. Please watch yourselves and your neighbors. I've had no reported sightings today, so if anybody knows what's going on in the Chicagoland area, please warn your friends and neighbors, or please leave it in the comments so people can see. I really appreciate it. Be safe.
Have a good day.
If you live in Chicago and if you're Latino, I urge you to watch this video. As you guys know, ICE has been arresting people outside of their job or within or after the immigration hearings. Please watch this video, save it or share it to anyone who may need it. If you are confronted by ICE, you need a warrant, besties. It's a constitutional right. If not, it is illegal. If you are detained or questioned by ICE, you have the right to remain silent and ask for a lawyer. If you see someone getting arrested by ICE, please take photos or videos. Do your best to get in touch with their emergency contact or their lawyer. In better case, their immigration lawyer. If they don't have a lawyer, you can call this number and the link will be in my bio for more information. Besties, please be safe.
Why is nobody talking about the guy in Chicago that ICE tried to arrest and unalived him? I didn't see it come across my feed not once. This was September 12th. They literally said that the guy was trying to get away from ICE. He was not. He was reversing. ICE is lying, and they boom him. Okay? Why isn't nobody talking about this? Why is everybody covering up ICE? I know, like, it's wrong. It's completely wrong. Look into it. September 12th, they unalived a gentleman who was not trying to get away. Well, he was reversing, but he wasn't being aggressive towards ICE. And ICE opened fired and pew-pewed him. And he's muerto. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody.
So ICE raids started last night in Chicago. We know Trump is going to deploy the National Guard to keep ICE safe so they can actually do their job because there's so many protests going on in Chicago right now. Why would you not want help with crime? Crime should be a bipartisan issue. It shouldn't be a red versus blue. It should be everyone wants to feel safe where they live.
He'll give you a call.
Where's all my family?
They're in here. What's your brother? Is he a citizen?
We don't answer questions.
If you tell me he's a citizen, we'll let him go.
We don't answer questions. Look at what you're doing.
Nita, please. If you tell me he's a citizen, we'll let him go.
We don't answer questions. I'm sorry.
He has your phone number, right?
Yeah.
He'll call you.
All right. That's fine. Come on. And what's happening to our car? How can how am I supposed to take it?
You can take it. That's the key. You can take it.
Okay.
But Mira, listen. If you tell me he's a citizen, we will let him go.
I'm sorry, we don't answer questions.
Just listen to me. If you tell me he's a citizen, we'll let your brother go. I'm trying to help.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, okay? It's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry.
I just need somebody to talk to me, okay?
It's okay.
Listen, I just need somebody to talk to me.
It's okay. We're okay.
Okay, listen. No. They said they can take the car. Who's the daughter? Is it you or you?
All of us.
Okay, this is what I need to understand. That's your brother, right?
That's my brother.
Is he born here, yes or no?
We don't answer questions until our lawyer is.
Listen, ma'am.
That's it.
I'm trying to help you out here.
It's okay.
I did it already.
Yeah, it's fine. We can talk when our lawyer is here. Don't worry. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Come on, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
If you say that, if he's don't report me. But if you say he's a citizen, I will let him out. Just say yes.
It's okay. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. Look at what they're doing. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. Come on. We're okay. Let's get their license plate. Y este no tiene. Okay. We're fine. We're okay. We're okay, okay?
Shows ICE trying to take a father and his two sons into custody in Des Plaines.
Jermont Terry is live in the newsroom with how one man ended up in the hospital even though he's not in the country illegally. Jermont?
Joe and Erica, tonight family members tell us one of the three men involved in this morning's incident just got out of the hospital a few hours ago after he says he was tased in the face while being detained by federal agents. The only problem, the man injured was born right here in Chicago, yet his father is undocumented. But they all ended up in ICE custody. We have the video you'll see only on CBS News Chicago of what went down this morning. You're watching federal agents pull out weapons at 9:30 Tuesday morning. They boxed in this landscaping truck just as a father and two sons exited the 7-Eleven at Ballard and Powder Roads in Des Plaines. Edward Ruiz tells me he came out first and jumped in the passenger seat. His brother Adrian was second. Yet when his father, Rigoberto Ruiz, seen here, left the store, the surveillance shows ICE agents moved in. The video shows one agent came from in front of the truck and went to the passenger side where Edgar was. We cannot see what happened from this angle. We do see the truck reversing as more agents moved in. That's when you see Edgar at the top of your screen run across the busy road. ICE agents followed. The second brother ran down the block at the right of your screen. Yet the father, who is undocumented and has lived in the United States for 30 years, did not run.
The Latino community as a whole under attack. And that means even if you're a U.S. citizen, you know, like you got to carry your passport.
The two brothers are U.S. citizens, and Edgar told me over the phone when the agent originally came to the door, the agent tried holding the door closed, preventing Edgar from opening it. Edgar says at that time he and his family had no idea who was at the vehicle. He said everyone was scared, and when he tried opening the door, Edgar says an agent tased him in the face. That's when he told everyone in the truck to run for their lives. And despite being a U.S. citizen, he says they ran out of fear. And those are the concerns the Latino leadership is worried about as Operation Midway Blitz continues.
This situation in Des Plaines, like we must demand a full accounting of what's happening with these incidents.
This is not about safety. This is an engineered crisis.
Now, Edgar tells me he was detained for about 2 hours at a facility in Lombard. Once released, his family took him to get medical attention. The father remains in ICE custody tonight. We are waiting to hear back from Homeland Security officials about what they say happened at that 7-Eleven in Des Plaines. Live in the newsroom tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
¡Que viva México! Property bag? Do you have a property bag?
Le voy a enseñar mi papel. Mi papel. Le voy a enseñar mi papel. Que no es él. No es el rojo. El rojo no es.
Okay, come on. There's no problem.
El rojo no es.
Okay.
Es el gris.
Okay. We're fine.
Yo no tengo nada. No, nada. Ahí tengo las llaves de la...
Want to leave your keys here?
Sí. Ahí tengo mi... Este rojo no es mi carro, usted lo sabe, don Santo.
Face one? Yeah, I can try it. You want me to try it?
ICE operations are ramping up across the country, and here in Chicago, the feds are preparing to deploy agents, possibly with National Guard support. Events are being canceled. Even our local naval station was just approved to assist the efforts. Troops are being deployed. ICE is ramping up. People are scared, and understandably so. But let me say this clearly. This isn't a time to panic. It's a time to be informed, but not in fear. If you're undocumented, or even if you have status, but you're not yet a citizen, you may feel unsettled right now. That's real, and help is here. You can speak with your immigration angel, a licensed immigration attorney who understands the law and what you're facing. From the safety and privacy of your own home, we're offering confidential consultations so you can understand your rights and prepare without risking your safety. We'll help you know your rights, understand your options, and make a plan before anything happens. You don't have to risk danger just to get the information about your immigration options. We're offering consultations that are confidential from the safety of your own home. Just text SAFE to 708-628-7095, and we will take care of you and help you to protect your status, to stay in compliance, and to get the answers you need.
This is my city, that's right. What? Out of your houses, everyone, do not come out. Stay in your houses. Hi, everyone. I am here in West Chicago right now on 59 and Forest Avenue. This morning, we have received reports that ICE is coming, and I have seen them, masked people, masked individuals. We don't know who they are. We are making sure that the community knows their rights. Stay inside of your house. Do not answer the door unless there is a warrant. If you are an ally, come out with a camera, take pictures, record, get the license plate.
Okay. So this raid on Chicago, from what I understand, y'all, is pretty big. But you know what? They're all illegal. Remember, Donald Trump said the 14th Amendment only pertains to the descendants of slaves. All right. And it does not apply to all of these people. So therefore, they are all illegal and they all can be detained. Even if they got legal citizenship, technically, if you're going by Donald Trump's interpretation of the 14th Amendment, even they must go. They must go. All right, because it does not pertain to them either. But see, that's what the Democratic Party did. They brought these folks in using the 14th Amendment, and it does not say anything about other groups, just the descendants of slaves. That's it. So, yeah, they all got to go. And look, I did the premiere yesterday, and it said the copper color races are the original Americans. All right. So if you are not copper color up in this joint and you are not a descendant of slaves, then you are not the real Americans. And you notice it didn't put white people in there at all. It said the copper color races. And this was the Webster Dictionary in 1828. It said only the people that are copper colored are the Americans. All right. So if you didn't see that premiere, you need to watch it because that's exactly what it said. So anybody up here with no copper skin or you're from another nation, then you can never be an American. You can never be one. That's it. Yeah, it's everybody. Everybody up in here. It's everyone. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all, this is all I have on Chicago. I got another live stream coming a little later. I don't know if y'all heard, Donald Trump is not bringing the National Guard into Chicago. They're going to Memphis instead. So I think the push from the governor and the mayor and the citizens made a difference because Donald Trump has backed off of Chicago, and he now got his sights on Memphis to send the National Guard. And there are people pointing out the fact that Donald Trump is ignoring red states, and he's either going to, it may be a red state, but the city is blue. And they're like, okay, why are you not going to any of these red states where the violence is high? You know, he's not going to go there because that's where his supporters are. He's not going to go there. He's going to continue to go to Democratic cities. And I know they are talking about even being in DC longer and going back to DC, and also LA and Louisiana is another one they got listed I think after Memphis, it is going to be Louisiana. So he's still making the rounds all over the place. Yeah, that's right, Rosalind. It is the most violent states are the red states, and the most crimes are in the red states, not where Donald Trump is going. People always make that assumption because of the propaganda that's constantly pushed in this country that we are the most violent, and it's the biggest lie ever told. They are, and the numbers show it for the red states. So, hey, it is what it is. So, everybody, I do have another premiere coming up at 4:45, and this one is on free speech. And I know many of you have heard the stories coming out about Jimmy Kimmel losing his show because Donald Trump got mad over a joke that he told. And I said, yeah, so MAGA talks all that free speech stuff and then turn around and try to stifle people. And you already see what they're doing when it comes down to Charlie Kirk. They're running around here getting people fired from jobs because they may not have liked Charlie Kirk. A lot of people didn't like Charlie Kirk. I don't think that warrants you losing a job. But we're going to talk about that at 4:45. I hope to see you all then. If not, have a wonderful day. Shalom, family. Oh, and let me just say this. Jeffrey Massey, thank you so much for your support and your super sticker. I deeply appreciate your support for my channel. Shalom, family.